talking about something that I personally find absolutely fascinating. And it's something that I learned through Trinity. That's the school that I am going through to get my naturopathic doctorate degree. And that is how emotions relate back to physical issues in the body. So a lot of times when people have a dis-ease or a malady, an ailment in the body, people go, and I myself am absolutely guilty of doing this, but I immediately go to, the physical side, like, oh, it's their kidneys or blah, blah, blah. We go to physical organs or glands or tissues in the body and we try to fix that. But we often, and this is something that I really want to get better at, we don't address emotional issues in the body and how they can play a role in either strengthening or weakening certain parts of the body. So I have this chart here that I want to talk about, and it relates the different tissues and glands and organs in the body and how they relate to possible behaviors that you'll have and different emotions. So I'm going to start with the bladder, and that is linked to the emotion in the body of irritation, and this can cause frequent urination or urgency. The gallbladder is tied to resentment. That can give you restless legs. The heart is tied with shock or excessive joy, and that can be linked to heart attacks. The kidneys are tied with fear, and that can cause adrenal stress and back pain. So fear is such a big thing just in the world today. I mean, this is kind of a tangent, but I think that you can either come out of fear or love. And so if you have an overwhelming amount of fear in your life, it can cause havoc on your kidneys, but also I would venture to say every part of the body, because fear is really a detrimental emotion. We can't really help it sometimes, but if we can, then we need to squash the fear. The large intestine is tied with being stuck, and a possible behavior is constipation. That makes sense. The liver is tied with anger. That can cause sudden violence or just sudden mood swings and anger and road rage, you know what I mean? So that the liver, I've always known, has been tied with anger, and that's why I always say that if someone or if you have issues with just a lot of anger, then do a liver cleanse and cleanse the whole body. But the liver really holds a lot of anger, and it's so fascinating to think about that. It's something that I am still wrapping my head around, how our organs can hold emotions, and then it's a ripple effect. It can cause different issues in the body. The lungs are tied with grief, and that can cause crying or shallow breathing. The small intestine is tied with being vulnerable. A possible behavior linked with that is diarrhea or weak immune system. The spleen/pancreas is tied with self-esteem, and this can cause issues with blood sugar. The stomach is tied with disgust, and that can cause nausea. So, what I'm going to do when I'm a naturopathic doctor someday, and what I hope that you guys do, is not only treat the organ, but treat the emotion. So if you're having issues with your kidneys, absolutely change your diet, take herbs to support the kidneys and the adrenals, but also address the fear that you have, and think about it like this. Like, I know for a fact when I am happy, when everything's going my way per se, or if nothing's going my way and I just choose to be happy, I know that gives me energy. To me, I think happiness and joy is energy, but whenever I'm feeling down or sad or whatever, then that brings me down physically and I don't feel as good. And so it really does make sense that the feelings and the thoughts that we have, those are so important too. And I've always said this, but the physical body and the mental body are very much intertwined. And so we have to fix both of these things so they can come together, be congruent, and we can be healthy in all senses of the word. So I just thought this was so interesting, and we just really need to address the emotions and be happier and healthier. You know what I mean? So thank you guys so much for watching. Comment down below. Tell me if you found this video interesting. Head to my website, victoriarawvegan.com, for a lot of cool things. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!